Why do I play disc golf? That's a good question. Mainly, I said mainly for the competitive aspect before, but I like getting out, being a bit physical, and just for the fun of it, really. This is a group, we have a core group of 5 friends, and we're out almost every weekend playing. And I think if it wasn't for those guys, that I wouldn't be out playing as much, if you know what I mean. So it's the social aspect as well as the fun, physicality, and competitiveness. All 4 of those, put them together, I'm in.
I would encourage someone to play disc golf if you're just looking for something to get away from the everyday humdrum of life. Something that's inexpensive, easy to pick up, doesn't take very long to actually wind down, and you'll just have fun for a couple of hours and be away from the fast-paced nature of life. So that's the most reason why I go and play, and I think other people would really find the same thing if they did as well.
Why do I play disc golf? Well, the thing that brought me in was just watching the disc fly and feeling how awesome it was to see it go through the air, and the thing that kept me was the community.
Keeps me active, it gets me to meet loads of new people, visit loads of different places, some great courses, different parts of the country. It's brilliant.
One reason why I play disc golf, because I love it. There you go. How would I describe disc golf to a stranger? It's basically, it's like golf, but instead of hitting a ball you throw a frisbee. It's a bit more rugged than golf, and tends to bring in a slightly more alternative crowd.
And if you're also describing the sport to someone that doesn't know what it is, it's important to highlight the benefits of it as well. You know, like saying you're just outside, you're in the park, or you're in a field, or you're in a beautiful woods, places you know be. So whilst describing the mechanics and the details of the sport, also describing what we get out of it. Yeah. Disc golfers are people, and all people are different. Because the age ranges are different, the genders are different, the races are different, the backgrounds are different, the abilities are different. So I guess what these people have in common maybe is disc golf, but I find it difficult to answer what are disc golfers like.
Well, that's the way it started out. The motto on the disc was play, catch, invent games. So that's what we did. I got my first frisbee when I was on holiday in Vancouver Island to be precise. It's back in 1973, and yeah, I think they bought it just to keep me occupied on holiday, and I was right by the Pacific coast. I was able to throw into the wind and see it hover, and that sort of blew my mind at the time. This is amazing, this toy that can just hover in the wind. So that hooked me straight away. But that first disc that I bought also had a membership form for the Frisbee Association. So I thought, wow, well, I like Frisbee, and there's a Frisbee Association, you know, for £2 or whatever it was to join. I can't remember what it was. I joined that, and then that opened up a whole world. There are tournaments. There's tournaments with prizes. People are getting free trips to the States. This looks exciting. Yeah, disc golf, it's a reason to travel to different countries, and also it provides more opportunities to travel, and to, you know, you make friends when you go to tournaments, and you find they've got they might be from a different country, and you say, oh yeah, I'd love to go there, and then they'll say, well, you know, come along, we have a tournament whatever weekend, and you can, you know, I'll pick you up from the airport, or you can stay at my place. And then I reciprocate. People come and play here and stay with me as well, which is a really nice part of the sport. You know, it's an introduction to people, and there's some great people that play the sport. And that's a big part of the enjoyment for me. Yeah, people enjoy one-day tournaments because it's just one day. You know, you haven't got to arrange overnight accommodation, and particularly if for people that are new to the sport, that haven't tried and they don't necessarily know too many people, they're not sure about it. No, one-day tournament is just, they can get a taste, and then that's where they make some acquaintances. They know the people that are in their group, and they think, actually, no, these are fun people to play with, and hopefully they can make some 2-day ones. I mean, not everyone can play 2 days. People have family commitments or job commitments or financial constraints. So the one-day tournaments, are really, really good ideas. They've really helped grow the sport. Yeah, I really like the 2-day tournaments, and they do vary. But the big thing about the 2-day one is that you get to, well, it's a weekend away from home, so it's more of an experience. It's more of a trip. It's not just something that fills a few hours. And hopefully, there's a good social. There might be a meeting in a pub or a restaurant. You spend some time with people that you like and have a good laugh. And if it's the 2-day ones, you perhaps are travelling further. So there's a bit of excitement around a road trip. Certainly on the outward journey. The inward journey, you might be tired. That might be a tiring thing, but on the way there's a sort of anticipation. Oh, we're going to see somewhere different. Especially if you're going up to Scotland or something. The scenery's different. It's more of an experience, change of landscape, good times, stories to be told. Those are always the best things. You're not going to get so many stories just from playing 1 or 2 rounds, but if you're away for the weekend, there's usually some more exciting things or more interesting things that happen that you can recount to your friends when you get back. There are lots of things that I like about playing disc golf. If I had to single out one, it would probably be that it's just being able to control the disc and see the flight that disc can make. And it was a big factor for me when I started playing Frisbee at all, was to see this disc flying through the air and hovering. And now that stays. Obviously it doesn't surprise me now like it did at the start, but being able to control the disc and have it follow a particular flight and then curve left after 90 meters or something, it's still a challenge, and it's still exciting to see. So I still love that. But also I'm a real outdoors person. I love being in the countryside. I love the fresh air. If I stay inside for too long, I just don't like being inside for too long. So fresh air, the flight of the disc, and then there's basically this is my group of friends. They're all disc golfers, because disc golf is pretty much my life now. So yeah, the social side, it's really good fun, and I have such a good laugh playing with good friends. We can all tease each other about bad shots and applaud good shots. Those are probably 3 main things I love about it.
Excellent.
Yeah, so in the early 80s, the UK Frisbee Association, the company behind it, went bust, and it fell down to being the players organising it. And I guess sometime in the mid-80s, a guy called Pete Simpson, he became a PDGA coordinator for the UK, so he was sort of organising disc golf. So there weren't a lot of events, there weren't a lot of places to play, there weren't a lot of players. So it kind of rumbled along at a fairly low level quite a few years. And it was in the 90s it started to pick up a little bit. So Wickham Farm started, that got a few people involved, and Mull. And then I was playing a lot more in the early 90s. I decided I was going to, I could play this sport and I should try and get good at it. I went to the World Championships in '91, I went to Berlin, played there, did pretty well. And I imported some discs, and that generated a bit more interest because then people had the equipment to play with. So things were picking up in the early 90s. And when I bought Quarry Park in '94, then it was, right, we need to get a little bit more organised and have a tour. So 96 was when I started the British Disc Golf Association, and that really just brought everything together, really, from being the odd tournament here and there and a few players who kind of interested. It gave a lot more focus to it. We had a proper tour, we had a membership, we had a newsletter, handbook. You know, we could keep people informed in the days before anybody really had internet. So yeah, that was definitely a point of growth for the disc sports, for disc golf in the UK.
Yeah, most people who come play disc golf at Quarry Park have a great time. You know, some people won't. Some people get frustrated if they can't master something instantly. But I think most people come with a good frame of mind towards it because they think of it's frisbee, so it's a fun thing. The important thing is to have fun rather than to be an expert. Whereas if you go to a golf course and you played on a golf course and you did a bad shot and you looked like you didn't know what you were doing, you'd feel really awkward about it. But people come to Quarry Park, they're with friends, they do a bad shot, everyone has a laugh, it doesn't matter, you know, they're just going to have fun. And they enjoy being, the outdoor aspect is a big plus for lots of people. You know, and parents are bringing their kids and they want them to get outside and get some exercise as well. You know, it's something that you can do with family and with friends. So I think it ticks all the boxes. You know, it's good socially, it's good exercise, and yeah, I think you can forget about everything else and just have a good time, lose yourself in the game for an hour or two. We get all sorts of people coming to play disc golf at Quarry Park. So quite often it's a group of friends. They just want to spend some time with each other and have a laugh. So it's perfect for them. We also get lots of families. Again, they want to have some quality time doing something that they can all do together, the kids and the parents. So yeah, they have a good time. You know, we get scout groups, we get also work groups. Again, they're looking to have a social. And then people who just are into the sport, who, you know, may just come on their own or with some friends and you know, just enjoy playing the sport and trying to get better. So I don't really mind why people come, as long as they enjoy themselves. You know, that's fine. However they enjoy it, that's up to them.